Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another week with me, Miss Corrie, at Lee County Libraries for our story time. Earth Day is April 22nd, so this week we are going to do a Preserve Our Planet story time. Yes, that's right. All of our story times at Lee County Libraries focuses on those 5 pre-literacy skills from every child ready to read at your library. They include our reading, writing, talking, singing, and playing. And we're going to do all 5 of those today. But we're going to start today with our hello song. So if you want to get up with me, and we're going to do to the tune London Bridge is Falling Down. So we're going to wave, then we're going to clap, and on the third verse we're going to stomp. Here we go. Hi, hello, and how are you? How are you? How are you? Hi, hello, and how are you? How are you today? Hi, hello, and clap your hands, clap your hands, clap your hands. Hi, hello, and clap your hands. How are you today? Hi, hello, and stomp your feet, stomp your feet, stomp your feet. Hi, hello, and stomp your feet. How are you today? I hope you're doing lovely. Let's go check on Henry. So let's come on down to a sitting position, and we're going to check and see how Henry's doing today. Hello, Henry. How are you, my friend? Happy Earth Day to you. Yes, you love it when people preserve the planet and take care of nature, don't you? Yes, it protects your habitat. All right, Henry the Hedgehog comes every week with our letter of the day. Henry's thinking of a letter. I wonder what it'll be. He has some clues to share with us. Let's look closely. All right, ooh, awesome, Henry. I'm going to start with one of the easier ones. My friends, I use this when I do crafts. Yes, it's glue. Can you say glue? And let's hear that beginning sound. Glue. What letter is that sound? It's right. It's the letter G. Do the letter G, take your hand. You're going to show just your number 1 finger like this, and then you're going to turn it sideways. There's our letter G. Glue. Awesome. Here's our next one. I can strum on this and make some music. That's right. That's our guitar. So we have glue and guitar. Guitar starts with the letter G. Remember the number 1 and point sideways. All right. This is another name for a present. This looks like a present, but it's a different name for it. It's called a gift. A gift. If I give this to you, I gift it to you. So we have glue, guitar, gift, and they all start so far with our letter G. It has that g sound. All right, our last one. He likes to eat lots of things. Clothes and leaves and paper and books. Don't eat my books, Mr. Goat. Yes. So we have glue, guitar, gift, and goat, and they all have that g sound, so it's all that letter G. Henry, you brought us the letter G, didn't you? Yes, you did, Henry. Here's our uppercase G, and here's our lowercase G. And let's practice drawing these, but let's give Henry a high five. I'm going to give you a high pop. Boop. Bye, Henry. All right. For our letter G, we're going to kind of come to the side. So not straight up at the top for a boop. We're going to come down a little bit. We're going to make almost a full circle. And then when we get to the bottom, we're going to kind of come straight up and then down. So it's like the letter C, but then we go up and in. All right, let's try it. So over here, boop, zoom. There's our letter C. Now come straight up, whoop, and go in. Zoom. Excellent job. Now to do the lowercase g, we're going to make kind of that circle. So you are going to make the circle, but when you get to the top, you're going to go up a little bit, and then you're going to come back down. So it's like a circle with the lowercase j on it. Let's try it. Here we go. Excellent job. Keep practicing those at home. Let's erase those and learn our word of the week. So this week, our word is earth because it's Earth Day. In Spanish, earth is said as la tierra. La tierra. Tierra. Awesome. So la tierra. Now in sign language, it's done a couple different ways. You're gonna take your fist for one hand, and with your other, you're gonna take your thumb and your two fingers kind of like this, like you're making a dog shadow, but you're gonna put them over your wrist, and you're gonna kind of circle it. Another one, so it's like this, you're doing like circling the earth. Another way that they've seen it done is you take those hands and you do a little wiggle up top. So wiggle, awesome. So la tierra is earth, and we're gonna practice it. Let's do it with our first song. So this is called The Earth Needs Our Help. So la tierra needs our help. Here we go. So here we go. La tierra needs our help, needs our help. La tierra needs our help, needs our help. Turn off the lights to save electricity. La tierra needs our help, needs our help. Awesome. Are you practicing? So fist, and you go like this, like you're going around. Awesome. Now let's do that. But when we come to the third line, we're going to come to our second verse. So we're going to do pick up any litter that you see. All right. La tierra needs our help, needs our help. La tierra needs our help, needs our help. Pick up any litter that you see. La tierra needs our help, needs our help. Excellent. And now we're going to do keep the planet green by planting a tree. Here we go. La tierra needs our help, needs our help. La tierra needs our help, needs our help. Keep the planet green by planting a tree. La tierra needs our help, needs our help. Excellent. And you guys did so well with practicing with your sign language too, and our Spanish. Uh-oh. Those thumbs now, they're getting a little wiggly. Let's get them wiggled out. Here we go. My thumbs are starting to wiggle. My thumbs are starting to wiggle. My thumbs are starting to wiggle. And now so are my toes. My toes are starting to wiggle. My toes are starting to wiggle. My toes are starting to wiggle. And now so are my fingers. My fingers are starting to wiggle. My fingers are starting to wiggle. My fingers are starting to wiggle. And now so are my legs. My legs are starting to wiggle. My legs are starting to wiggle. My legs are starting to wiggle. And now so are my arms. My arms are starting to wiggle. My arms are starting to wiggle. My arms are starting to wiggle. And now so is my head. My head is starting to wiggle. My head is starting to wiggle. My head is starting to wiggle. And now so is my body. My body is starting to wiggle. My body is starting to wiggle. My body is starting to wiggle. I wish that it would stop. Excellent job. I hope you got some of your wiggles out. I know I did. All right, friends. 2 little feet go, stamp, stamp, stamp. 2 little hands go, clap, clap, clap. 1 little body stands up straight, nice and straight, see up straight. 1 little body turns around, and now 1 little body sits quietly down. Here we go. Let's get ourselves ready for our first story today. And we're gonna do our dance our fingers. So dance your fingers up, dance your fingers down, dance your fingers to the sides, dance them all around, dance them on your shoulders, dance them on your head, dance them on your knees, and tuck them into bed. Awesome. So we've got good listening ears and good looking eyes. So we're going to do our first story. It's called Peppa Pig and the Earth Day Adventure. And this is brought to us by HASBRO Company. Peppa Pig and the Earth Day Adventure. Let's learn about Peppa and her Earth Day. Remember what Earth Day is? It's La Tierra. So we would say Peppa Pig and La Tierra Day Adventure. It's La Tierra Day, and Peppa Pig and her family are ready to celebrate with a visit to the botanical gardens. Have you guys ever been to the botanical gardens? Oh, I love them. I've been to a few different ones. Before they go, Peppa and George sort the recycling. Newspapers go in the red bin, cans go in the blue bin, and bottles go in the green bin. Vegetables, scraps, and eggshells go in the compost bin, says Pippa. Grandpa Pig will use the compost in his garden. Ew, says George. It's time to go, and Daddy Pig has a surprise. An electric car. The car runs on batteries instead of gas. That helps the air stay clean. The car even has a name. It's called Roger. This car can drive itself, says Daddy Pig. Peppa and George look out the window on the way to the botanical gardens. Look, says Peppa, a windmill. Ooh, says George. Mr. Bull built a windmill near my school, says Peppa. The wind turns the blades and they make electricity. Whoosh, says George. At the botanical gardens, Peppa and her family meet Miss Rabbit. Welcome, she says. Would you like to see the wildflower garden? Yes, please, says Peppa. Look at all the bees, says Mummy Pig. The bees and flowers help each other. Miss Rabbit tells them the bees take pollen from one flower and move it to another one. That helps the flower make seeds which grow into new flowers. The bees take some of the nectar back to the hive and use it to make honey, Miss Rabbit says. Peppa likes honey. George likes honey too. Peppa and her family visit the room with the cacti and palm trees. Peppa sees a new plant. What is that? She asks. That is a Venus flytrap, Miss Rabbit says. It eats flies. Peppa and George watch while the plant eats a fly. Wow, says Peppa. Jump, jump, says George. The next room is very wet. This is the rainforest garden, says Miss Rabbit. These seeds need a lot of water. Miss Rabbit flips a switch and turns on the rain. Next, they head outside to the children's garden where they find something really special. A muddy puddle! Peppa's friends are visiting the botanical gardens today too. Hello, Susie Sheep. Hello, Pedro Pony. Hello, Mandy Mouse, she says. On the way home, Daddy has a rest while Roger drives the car. It's like magic, says Peppa. Police officers Panda and Squirrel stop Daddy Pig's car because Daddy Pig doesn't have his hands on the wheel. But it's okay. Roger is driving. Roger shows his driver's license to the officers. It's dark when the family returns home. It has been a great La Tierra day. Will you be all night out here, Roger? Asked Peppa. Oh, yes, says Roger. Good night, Peppa. Good night, Roger, says Peppa. Happy La Tierra Day. The end. Oh, what a great adventure to go on Earth Day to see all of those wonderful plants in the botanical gardens. All right, friends, we're going to come up and do another song. So let's get up and we're going to do, it's called See the Litter, Pick It Up. All right, so we're going to see the litter. We're going to pick it up. All right, see the litter, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. See the litter, pick it up. Keep La Tierra clean. Yes, we have to keep it clean. Even if it's not your litter, you should pick it up. But make sure to wash your hands or sanitize after you do, because you want to keep yourself clean too. All right, make sure to recycle, recycle, recycle. Make sure to recycle. Keep la tierra clean. I hope you do some recycling. You can recycle bottles and plastic, so glass and plastic and paper and cardboard, but you want to make sure that if you have any jars that and plastic containers, you rinse them out first. It helps with when we recycle, but it also helps from keeping it not so smelly and keeping the air clean. All right, do you remember how to do la tierra in sign language? So you make that fist and you're taking your other hand and you're coming here and wiggle. La tierra. Excellent. All right, friends, let's do bananas. Here we go. Hands at your sides, feet apart, and we're gonna go bananas unite. Peel bananas, peel, peel bananas, peel bananas, peel, peel bananas, chop bananas, chop, chop bananas, chop bananas, chop, chop bananas, mash bananas, mash, mash bananas, mash bananas, mash, mash bananas, eat bananas, eat bananas, eat bananas, eat bananas. Go bananas! But don't litter that banana peel. Let's pick that up and put it in a compost bin. Awesome job, friends. All right, this is a little song. It's a movement one. It says, once there was a litter bug who went from town to town. So we're going to be walking like this. Went from town to town, throwing out his garbage that landed on the ground. So you're throwing out your garbage. The garbage grew so high, make your hands show high, that when he turned around, the litter bug got buried. Eek! He couldn't make a sound. Oh no. Awesome job, everyone. All right, can you jump, jump, jump? Show me. Jump, jump, jump. All right, we're gonna hop 1 foot. I always do my right foot. I'm gonna do the other one. Here we go. Hop, hop, hop. Hop, hop, hop. Can you clap, clap, clap? Clap, clap, clap. Can you stomp, stomp, stomp? Stomp, stomp, stomp. Can you nod your head? Yes? Yes, I can. Can you shake your head? No? No, I can't. And can you sit down? Super slow. Awesome. Let's get our hands ready for our second story. And we're going to do open, shut them. Here we go. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Lay them in your lap, lap, lap. Excellent. You've got good bodies, good posture. You have good listening ears, good looking eyes. We're going to do our second story. It's called Dino-Earth Day. I wonder how I say this. Dino-Tierra Day. All right. It's written by Lisa Wheeler, and the illustrations are by Barry Gott. Dino-La-Tierra Day. Let's learn what those dinos do. Here we go. Each year on April 22, the dinos know just what to do. The world needs help to keep it clean. It's Dino La Tierra Day. Let's go green. How do dinos show they care? Driving less makes cleaner air. Raptor walks to work each day. Stego scooters clear the way. Gallimimus rides her bike. T-Rex skates the Diplo's hike. Although these dinosaurs are tall, they'll keep their carbon footprints small. In school, they learn ecology, and all the dino kids agree to help in any way they can. Let's make the play park spick and span. The kids form buddy cleanup teams. Today they'll tidy fields and streams. The pterodactyls comb through grass. They gather bottles made of glass. The glass will get recycled then. These bottles can be used again. Here's one filled up to the top. His brother sees and hollers, "Stop! Do not drink one single drop. That's not a soda pop." Ew, gross. Maya and Hardo make a splash. They wade the stream collecting trash. An old TV, 2 rubber tires, a ripped up chair, and rusty wires. When they're done, the place looks great. It's awesome to cooperate. The city garden takes a crew. There's a lot they need to do. Minmi and friends are planting seeds. They see to all the growing needs. Fertilizer, water, sun, then lots of veggies when it's done. The helpful pterodactyl twins are working at the compost bins. They mix manure into the brew, toss in food scraps, paper too. Look, there's candy on the top, his brother sees and hollers, "Stop! Do not touch that gooey slop. That is not a chocolate drop." Down at the recycling center, dinos wait in line to enter. Their rubbish has a job to do. It all gets turned into something new. Birthday cards and thank you notes may soon become strong shopping totes. Old bags become new outdoor mats. Used cans turn into baseball bats. Triceratops is planting trees, maples, oaks, and hickories. Trees absorb the CO2, and then guess what else these plants will do? Make oxygen that's clean, fresh air for all the world to breathe and share. This helps to combat climate change. What a wonderful exchange. Ankleo and Compy have a booth where dinos come to learn the truth, how floating trash affects the seas, how dirty air can cause disease, and pesticides will hurt the bees. They hope that if they understand, the dinos won't pollute the land. The dinos are upcycling, creating fashions for the spring. Barry took discarded shirts and made them into stylish skirts. Maya turned her stained-up dress into a funky tie-dyed vest. Reduce, reclaim, reuse, resew. It's a dino fashion show. Over at the salvage lot, artists comb through all they've got. There is a contest every year. It starts with stuff they find right here. The pterodactyls have a mission. Win this La Tierra Day competition. We can use this filthiness, his brother sees and hollers, "Yes! Bring those springs and tattered mess. Our found art will be the best." When the sculptures are complete, they decorate Pangea Street. Artful judges do the choosing. They find Taro's work amusing. Your piece is filled with so much glee. The brothers win for comedy. That evening on the village green, all the folks in town convene, some to learn and some to teach, some to hear the mayor's speech. Today, each one has shown their worth by taking care of Mother Earth, Tierra. You all deserve a great big chair. Let's keep the good work up all year. The dinosaurs feel so content and proud of their accomplishment. They hope each dino stays aware and shows the earth how much they care. While heading home, they check the lawn to make sure signs of trash are gone. Dinos say goodbye to La Tierra Day. And then they say hello to Dino Birthday! Woohoo! Awesome! What a great book, and I love how the dinosaurs are teaching us how to take care of our planet. All right, friends, we're going to do our Zoom Zoom song and then our goodbye song. So let's get up, and we're going to do Zoom Zoom. Here we go. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we'll get there really soon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! All right, we're going to do it just one more time, so we're going to go kind of really fast. Are you ready? Here we go. Shake it off. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to the moon. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We'll get there really soon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off. Excellent. All right, we did our reading, we did our writing, we did our talking, we did our singing, we did our playing. We learned about our new word, la tierra, and in sign language like this. And it's time to do goodbye song. But before I do, don't forget to like and subscribe and look at some of our other videos for our storytime books and bags. Here we go. Wave high, wave low. I think it's time we need to go. Wave your elbows, wave your toes, wave your tongue, and wave your nose. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wave your knees, wave your lips, and blow a kiss. Wave your fingertips. Excellent. Wave your ears. Get my ears out. Wave that one, wave that one. Wave your hair, wave your belly, and your derriere. Wave your chin, wave your eyes. Now it's time to say goodbye. Bye, friends. We'll see you next week.